Welcome to my test world. Here we are. Here's the gate that I built in Monkey Mines, where I tested it all out, and I have a slime bouncing up and down on my redstone. I have a sheep which I tested out to make sure that my railway would work. There's my sheep's head over here. There, and that's the gate for that, and some other little designs. And over here we have a video response for Binary Guy. 100 videos he's made. Well, he's at 101 now, but excuse me sir, I'm trying to make a video. Right, Binary Guy made, let me turn that sound down a bit. Binary Guy made a video, his 100th video, and he showed you Hopper because he's now using the snapshot, but he had a problem with it. So what we're going to do is repeat his problem and then give him a solution. So he had a mob trap, he put a hopper going into a chest, and what he wanted to do, he only wanted to collect arrows. So we put some arrows in here, and bones. Oh, by the way, Binary Guy, say hello to Geek Girl and Little G for me. Hope Little G is doing well, and that you're all getting some sleep. There we are. So that's what I want to collect, and so if I have my hopper here and I put some gunpowder in, put a bone in, put an arrow in, oops, we now have two of those, which is great because the hopper's working well. Now let's put some flesh in, because that would come down the mob trap as well. That doesn't go in, that's good, and it's in the hopper, that's fine. So now I put some more gunpowder, bones, and have they gone in? No, they get stuck here because it's like a queue. So unless this item can go somewhere, none of the items can. So what we need to do is get this item out somewhere. Right, so here's the trick. You can see once that item's gone, those two will disappear. Well, let me tell you what it says on Wiki. If the first item in the hopper's inventory cannot be placed in the linked container into this chest, then the hopper will not feed the other items, even if they could normally be moved, and that's exactly what we saw. There's another thing it says in the Wiki. When a hopper is connected to an object to its side, and there is a hopper directly underneath it, which I've now put, the items in the hopper will first leak into the underlying hopper, and only when that one is full will they go into the first hopper. Well, that is kind of true, but not always true, and so I'll show you how that works. So what we want to do at the bottom hopper now is if I fill that, well not fill it, but put one of these in each of there, I can now take an extra 63, 5 times 63 of those items in there before that becomes full, and then they leak back into here. So what we're going to do now, if I put some flesh in, it's not in the top hopper, it's not in that chest, it's obviously in the bottom, so that works well. So I'll now put random items in here. So loads of items in there, and what's happened? Let's have a look. So we've got more flesh in the bottom and items in there, so that works really well. Now that means I have to fill this and determine how many of each of those I want, but actually I might not want to do that. I might want to say I want those items, but what I don't want is I don't want flesh, and I'm happy to have these items. So now if a random item that I've not selected comes in, that can go in there too, which is good. If I put some flesh in, that doesn't go in there. That's good because it's still working on the bottom hopper. But if I do this, put them in really quickly, some go in there. That's curious. So let's we've got 49 here. Let's actually get a whole stack. For some reason rotten flesh is actually food. strange. So, stack of 64. Let's take those 5 out. So now if I put a whole stack in at once, what will happen is that they'll feed into there at the same time as they feed into there. So at the end of this little exercise, finished, I have 32. So half of them went into here and half went into there. So the wiki is actually wrong, that it leaks to both at the same time. So if you have some rotten flesh that falls down and you have 2 at once, then one will go into the top chest and one will go to the bottom. But the bottom one will actually take priority, I think, if there's one. Well, it does if there's one, but there's 2, 1 each. So there we are, Binary Guy. I hope that helps. You just need a hopper at the bottom.